Hey, directly following this update, there is going to be information regarding a new playlist that's starting on my channel, so stay tuned.
Hey everybody, it's Barbara. So this is literally like tape 84 of this update on the Mayo Clinic for me. I had actually done one last night that I was in the middle of editing that I was going to use, and I just decided I was going to redo it because I've been chatting most of the morning with two friends of mine in the fishing industry that that are also struggling with some medical issues that are pretty similar to things that I'm going through. So it just kind of made me want to redo this. So the first thing that I want to update on, like I said, is the Mayo Clinic. And for that, the first video that I did, I just found out that I was being sent there because my doctors here in Kentucky, when they coordinated and consulted with the Mayo Clinic in Minnesota, they were in agreement that there is a possibility that I have a neurological and central nervous system disorder that might not yet be identified. So basically a new disorder that is somewhere on the demyelination disorder spectrum, which is essentially, it is the same spectrum as neurosarcoidosis, which is what I was previously diagnosed with, but also multiple sclerosis. So, when I posted that, I just found out. I was very emotional. I was scared to death. I still do not have my head wrapped around it. To me, I just cannot even believe that I am that patient. But I'm going. I am actually leaving a week from today, and my first appointment will be on the 15th, and I am scheduled to be there until the 23rd. And that could change. I could be there longer. I could, they actually have me scheduled a couple of times in February and a couple of times in March. So it's going to be quite an ordeal. I'm scared of that as well. I know the kind of test that's going to have to be done, because I went through it at St. Elizabeth, at the University of Cincinnati, at the Cleveland Clinic. It's going to be rough. But at the same time, I have to believe that I'm going up there for a reason. I have to believe that I'm not going up there just to spend a lot of money so that they can just be another hospital to help me feel a little comfortable every day. I have to believe that they're going to help make me feel better, because I don't know when the last time is that I felt good. I don't even remember what it feels like to feel good. So that's what I'm hoping for. I don't know if that's possible. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. So that is the Mayo Clinic. The other part is that, I have been asked, and approached by a couple of people about putting up on my YouTube page a playlist that just, even though I have a fishing channel, but to add a playlist that would be about not my specific disease, but about chronic illnesses / invisible illnesses specifically. And to include in that, some of the things that we deal with as far as the system. So like, just dealing with hospitals and doctors and medications and insurances and advocacy skills and like just the general stuff with that. But most importantly, you know, just, and it's really hard to explain, but the specific nuances that we deal with because of having an invisible illness, and to try to make the best sense of it that I can, which is almost impossible. But you know, they have support groups for almost everything, you know, cancer survivors, Alcoholics Anonymous, abused women, you know, just all these different things, because people, they don't want to feel alone in their struggles. That's one of the worst feelings to have. Feeling alienated, alone, and anything like that, and feeling like you're the only one is horrible and will increase any type of depression you're already dealing with. So having a support system, you know, in addition to family and friends who are trying their best to understand whatever it is that you're going through, also having a support system of people who do understand you is very important. And invisible illnesses are very unique in the sense that we look normal, and people that see us don't know that we're sick. And there are just certain very deep emotional things that happen and that we deal with on a day-to-day basis that people have no idea. They don't understand, and they can't understand the things that come along with that. The things that you question yourself on, how it affects your self-esteem, how it impacts your day-to-day living, how you see yourself, your interactions with family and friends, you know, the fact that you constantly question how you're being perceived, you know, like even on my really bad days, you know, if my blood pressure was low and, you know, my blood pressure would get so low, I just pass out. So even on days like that, or if my, balance was really bad, or, legs were really fatigued, I wouldn't even use my handicap sticker because I was afraid of people confronting me or, you know, judging me, because I thought they would just think I was lazy, you know, key my car, I don't know, because it does happen. So just like things like that. And so we are actually going to do that playlist, and it's going to be a supportive thread for people who are chronically ill, have invisible illnesses, for us to have that platform, you know, to share, to ask questions. It could be family or friends who are trying to understand. It could be anybody. But we want that interaction. And so we're going to get that started. But like I said, I want it to be a positive environment. And so I have agreed to do that, and I'm going to start it. And this will be the first video on that thread. One of the ladies, her name is Kate. I am going to put in the link below for a benefit tournament that is being done for her in Florida by one of her fishing sponsors. She is a South Carolina angler who, unfortunately, she, you know, it hit her like a ton of bricks, but she was just diagnosed with primary progressive multiple sclerosis. And, you know, my heart just goes out to her. Like, I can't imagine, because that's one way that I was really lucky, is because my disability came through really quick. And I know that she's struggling with that. And, you know, her sponsors are being so good to her, and they're doing that. And I'm going to put the details below. I know she has a GoFundMe page. If you can donate even just a little, that would be great. Because, you know, she's struggling. Her contract for her job ends in February. And I know she's having a rough time. And so anything anybody could do, that would be wonderful. I know she will be interactive in this page, and she is a great girl. I cannot wait to see her back on the water. So everybody pray for her. I'll keep everybody updated in regards to the Mayo Clinic, and, you know, just don't ever take anything for granted, because my two friends that I'm talking about, as well as myself, I got sick on my last day of work was on a Friday. I got sick that weekend, and I went into the hospital on Wednesday and have never been back to work. So just keep that in mind, and don't take anything for granted. So, and I know that it hit the other girls pretty hard too. So live life, love your family and friends, and just suck the life out of every moment you have. We'll chat soon. Love you guys.